Chapter 10. Skill sans wisdom is of no use. Once a man named Krishna Swami lived in the city of Patliputra. He and his wife had 4 sons. However, both Krishna Swami and his wife passed away while the children were still young. Their greedy relatives tricked them out of their property, and the boys were left penniless. Since they were young and did not know how to earn a living, they decided to go to their maternal grandfather's house. They reached there after a hard journey only to discover that their grandfather was no more. However, their uncles gave them shelter and the 4 boys continued their studies. As the months passed, this kind treatment started to wane, and they were no longer treated well or given enough food or proper clothes. The boys did not know what to do. One day, as they sat together thinking about how to end this pitiable situation, the eldest brother said, "What shall we do now? We cannot continue to live like this. It seems to me that we should master some skills which will help us to earn a lot of money and be free of our present problems." All the brothers liked this idea and started discussing what kind of knowledge they should master. After some discussion, they decided that it would be best if they acquired magic powers, which would help to bring in a steady income. With this plan in mind, each of the brothers set off in a different directions: east, west, north and south, to learn different magical skills. They planned to meet again at a particular time and place to see what each of them had learned. Many months later, when the time to meet came closer, all 4 brothers started out for the appointed place. They were very happy to see each other again and asked what each of them had been able to learn. The eldest said, "I have mastered a particular kind of magic. I can cover the bare bones of any animal with the right kind of flesh." The second said, "I have learned how to add skin and hair of the animal after the flesh has been added to the bones." The third said, "I know how to create the limbs of the animal whose bones have been clothed with skin, flesh and hair." And the fourth said, "When such as animal is fully formed, I can breathe life into it." The 4 brothers were very pleased to discover that they had all acquired skills which could be used together for their mutual benefit. "But first," said the eldest brother, "we must prove our skills to one another." So they went into the forest to look for the bones of an animal to display their knowledge to one another. Soon they found some scattered bones of an animal, and the first brother used his magic spell to cover the bones with the proper flesh. Then the second and third brothers added the skin, hair and limbs, respectively. When this was done, they saw that they had made a lion. As it was the turn of the 4th brother, he said, "See, I will bring it to life now," and muttered a spell. As soon as he did that, the huge lion arose, stretched its limbs and roared loudly, showing its fearful, sharp teeth. Then, before they could realize what was happening, the lion charged at the 4 brothers and caught and ate each one. Thus, the 4 brothers died because of the foolish mistake, bringing a ferocious beast to life. This proves that if you lack wisdom and common sense, even the best skills cannot help you. At the end of the story, Betal asked King Vikramaditya, "Now tell me, King, which of the 4 brothers was responsible for all the deaths?" King Vikramaditya replied, "The 4th brother, who brought the lion to life, is the guilty one. The others created the flesh, skin and limbs without knowing what kind of animal would be formed." But even after realizing that it was a dangerous lion, the 4th brother wanted to show off his knowledge. Hence, he is responsible for his own and his brother's deaths. This was indeed the correct answer to the riddle, and Betal vanished. Once again, King Vikramaditya had to try and catch the demon. You would be surprised to know that each story ended with riddle, and if the king did not answer it, even though he knew the correct answer, Betal would threaten that his head would burst into 1,000 pieces. However, if he answered, the beetle would vanish and the king would have to catch him once again. New words: passed away, died. Penniless, poor, with no money. Vain, decrease. Pathetic, sad. Bare, without any flesh. Mutual, shared. Acquired, obtained, gained, earned. Muttered, spoke in a soft voice. Ferocious, dangerous. Understanding the lesson. A. State if the following sentences are true or false. 1. After their parents died, the 4 brothers were taken care of by their uncles. 2. The brothers decided to learn magic because they were interested in learning magic. 3. Betal could not go back to his tree because Vikramaditya gave the incorrect answer. 4. The moral of the story is that knowledge is more important than common sense. B. Complete the sentences with words from the lesson. 1. The brothers collected the bones of an animal too. 2. The first brother returned with the knowledge of. 3. The fourth brother was skilled in. 4. The brothers have been called foolish because. C. Put a tick on the correct option to complete the sentences. 1. All the brothers liked this idea and started discussing what kind of knowledge they should. A. Seek. B. Master. C. Understand. D. Listen. 2. They planned to meet again at a particular time and place to see what each of them had. A. Learned. B. Known. C. Followed. D. Spoken. 3. The 4 brothers were very pleased to discover that they had all acquired. A. Money. B. Honor. C. Recognition. D. Skills. 4. The fourth brother, who brought the lion to life, is the A. Accused. B. Stupid. C. Guilty. D. Subject. D. Answer the following questions. 1. Who took care of the 4 brothers when they reached their grandfather's house? 2. What was the idea that was liked by all the 4 brothers? 3. What were the 4 brothers happy to discover? 4. How did all the brothers die? Vocabulary Zone. Read the sentences and choose the correct option. Chocolate cake made John ecstatic. On the other hand, butterscotch cake made him feel sad. In the sentence, ecstatic means A. Quite tired. B. Lonely. C. Very happy. D. Unfortunate. 2. When it came to jumping rope, Jenny excelled. She was very talented at sports. In the sentence, excelled means A. She did well. B. She was sloppy. C. She made progress. D. She was talented. 3. Jerry often drove at hypersonic speed even though he had stopped racing cars years ago. In the sentence, hypersonic means A. Normal. B. Crazy. C. Safe. D. Fast. 4. The teacher's face, like brightly glowing summer day, signaled her feelings of contentment. In the sentence, contentment means A. Annoyance. B. Happiness. C. Fearlessness. D. Expression. 5. Every positive endeavor, such as exercise and hard work, is a worthwhile thing. In the sentence, endeavor means A. Idleness. B. Activity. C. Mission. D. Attitude. 6. The suffix ed means A. Future. B. Present. C. Past. D. Never. 7. The moon has on it: A. Holes, B. Craters, C. Asteroids, D. Meteoroids. 8. Which of the following words most closely matches the meaning of the capitalized homograph? The family went to the national park so they could commune with nature. The microscope showed minute differences in the tissue samples. The lively puppy upset the table and broke all the dishes. A. Walk, bright, angered. B. Exchange, dancing, jumped. C. Live as a group, brief, troubled. D. Communicate, tiny, turned over. Grammar fun. An infinitive is a verb with the word to in front of it. Like, to be, to have, to hold, to sleep, to dream. When we use an infinitive verb, the to is a part of the verb. It is not acting as a preposition in this case. A. Underline the infinitive phrase in each sentence below. 1. Siddharth knows that to drive up the hill is impossible. 2. Sam told that he'd like to travel to Darjeeling. 3. Jim told Jack to kick the football at Henry. 4. Paras built a shelter which is to comfort travelers. 5. Ravi's dream to fly an MiG has finally come true. 6. Priya and Aziz tried to follow orders, but they failed. 7. It is a chance to stop them from coming to our place. 8. Peter was about to jump into the tub. 9. After he hit the buffalo, the boy had no choice except to run. 10. The boy's suggestion to listen carefully was appreciated. B. Write the words given in brackets using infinitive in the blanks. 1. She delayed, get, out of bed. 2. She admitted, steal, the money. 3. They thought, go, to the cinema. 4. She waited, buy, a drink. 5. I chose, work, here. 6. I'd hate, arrive, too late. 7. We postponed, do, that work. 8. I miss, go, to the beach. 9. I offered, help, my friend. 10. He demanded, speak, to the manager. Listening time. Listen to the paragraph which your teacher will read for you. I hate lie. I always try not to tell lies and want that from my friends, too. I think it is the most important behavior. I can believe everything my friends say. In addition, a good friend must say his ideas to me firstly. I mean, he shouldn't talk about me with other people. He should always be careful while talking with others, especially about the wrong things. Secondly, a good friend must help me. He must do his best. He should ask help from me too. If we solve problems together, our friendship will be better and it will become stronger. Thirdly, the talking time is important. I can talk with my friends for a long time, and during that time I must be happy. In conclusion, trust is the basis of a friendship. Now, understanding the concept of friendship, say if the sentences are true or false. 1. Friendship can't stand on lie. 2. A good friend always lends his helping hands. 3. Friendship is not an easy task to maintain. 4. Keeping a friendship is a kind of quality. 5. A friend in need is a friend indeed. 6. Bond of friendship gets stronger when problems are solved together. 7. Friendship means sharing. 8. No friendship can exist if there is hate and dislike. 9. There is no trust in friendship. 10. A true friend can be found easily. Speak well. One day, while cycling with your friends, you notice something shining on the pavement. You pick up the thing and find it to be a diamond ring. You could guess that it must have been somebody's ring which she had lost. Have a conversation with your friends on what should you do next so that the ring could be given to the person who had lost it. Write well. Practice writing definitions of these objects. Your definition should be short and accurate and must answer these questions. What is it? An instrument? A vehicle? A piece of furniture? Etc. What does it look like? Round? Has 4 legs? Etc. How or where is it used? For example, a table is a piece of furniture which has a flat top and 4 legs. A table is used to keep things on. Now, write definitions of these words which are given below. 1. A lift. 2. An electric iron. 3. A railway train. 4. A pair of scissors. 5. A knife. 6. A table. 7. A square. 8. A leopard. 9. A ceiling fan. 10. A blackboard. The kitten at play. See the kitten on the wall sporting with the leaves that fall, withered leaves, 1, 2 and 3 falling from the elder tree, through the calm and frosty air of the morning bright and fair. See the kitten, how she starts, crouches, stretches, paws and darts, with a tiger leap halfway now she meets her coming prey, lets it go as fast and then has it in her power again. Now she works with 3 and 4, like an Indian conjurer, quick as he in feats of art, gracefully she plays her part, yet were gazing thousands there, what would little Tabby care? William Wordsworth. New words. Sporting, playing. Withered, dry and pale. Frosty, cold. Crouches, sits on hind legs. Darts, moves forward. Prey, victim. Lets, allows. Conjurer, magician. Feats, clever tricks. Part, role. Poetry appreciation. A. Answer the following questions. 1. What name has been given to the kitten? 2. What is the kitten playing with and where? First stanza. 3. Give the adjectives used for leaves. 4. The phrase elder tree means. 5. Pick out the words which describe the different kinds of movement of the kitten. 6. How does the kitten play with her prey? 7. The kitten has been compared to A. An artist. B. A player. C. A conjurer. Tick the correct alternative and write the complete sentence below. 8. Who do you think is the coming prey of the kitten? 9. Why is the kitten compared to Indian conjurer? What is the difference between the two? B. Complete the summary of the poem by putting one word in each blank. The young one of the cat was playing the dry leaves the wall. The leaves were falling an old big tree. It was a suddenly, she was a coming. She caught it and played it. Then she caught again. She enjoyed this, she did not for the people who stood watching her.